School is probably the most important place of our childhood, but unfortunately it has been the worst experience of my childhood. I literally hated school back then when I was going to school, and I still hate it until today, although that it has been pretty long time since my graduation, and I'm certain that most of you hate it as well. And if time travel would be real, I would go back in time and stop myself from going to school. It's not because my school was bad. I studied in 3 different private schools and I hated them all for the same reasons. Most of the schools today are useless institutions where we waste our childhood, and here is why. Grades are what made me hate school in the first place. Every single day I was worried to get a bad grade. You have no idea what does it means to get a bad grade when your parents are obsessed with grades. One bad grade literally means bad news are waiting for you at home. Do you really think that any kid would be motivated to go to school when he consistently has to worry about grades? As a kid, I never viewed school as a place that would make me a better and smarter person, but rather the place where I had to constantly find ways to cheat so that my teachers and parents would be satisfied with my grades and I would not be expelled from my school. The school system doesn't recognize that kids are different and everyone's worth is measured by these grades, especially in math and science. What if someone is simply good at acting? Yes, he might not be good at solving algorithms, but he can become a successful actor. What if you're good at playing soccer? Yes, you might not be able to solve complex math problems, but you can become a successful soccer player. But schools do not even recognize these talents as real-life talents that can be useful in life. All what matters are math and science. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that math isn't important, but not everyone is good at that, exactly like not everyone is good at singing. Why not completely get rid of these grades and make school the place where kids come and learn new things every day? They would not have to constantly worry and memorize some useless facts only to pass the test, so that they can finally have the time to learn what will really help them in life. I think most teachers don't really understand their job in school. They view themselves as the person who delivers information to kids, which doesn't really make sense, because whatever information you can think about is out there on the internet. I'm not saying that teachers are useless, but I think they have to serve a different mission. Their job is to inspire kids about what they are teaching. They have to constantly find more interesting ways to make the class more attractive to kids. Standing up there and simply repeating the same things over and over doesn't really make any sense. In fact, that's boring. That pushes away kids from school and makes the school seem as the most boring place in the world. I hated many of my teachers back then in school for one simple reason. They hated me first because I wasn't getting good grades like other kids and wasn't always doing my homework, because I had different interests that were not valued in school. Of course, that increased my hatred to school and education in general, and I'm sure that a lot of kids are running through the same thing today. Definitely not all teachers are like that, and there are many great teachers as well, but I think the role of teachers should be completely reshaped. The entire school system is absolutely worthless. Schools are trying to teach you as much information as possible, and what I hated even more is that we had to learn again the same information that we have learned last year, because we certainly forgot everything already. And guess what will happen next year? We will forget everything again, and we will have to learn the same things again. Why waste our entire childhood constantly memorizing a bunch of useless facts over and over that we will forget anyways? The primary goal of school should be to help kids to develop skills that will help them for the rest of their life. Imagine if school helped you to discover your strengths and weaknesses. Imagine if school helped you to figure out what you're passionate about. You would not waste the next 5 years of your life trying to become a doctor and then finding out that this is not what you want to do for the rest of your life. Imagine how different life would be if you would come out of school and you knew exactly what you're good at, you knew exactly what you're passionate about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, and that's how school should be viewed in the 21st century. I'm sorry that this video was entirely negative. I'm sure that there are many positive things can be said about schools, but in all honesty, the modern educational system is completely outdated and doesn't prepare kids for the 21st century, and it should be completely reshaped. One more disclaimer. The point of this video is not to convince you to drop out of school, but rather to make you understand that you don't have to bother much about it. If you aren't getting good grades, don't underestimate yourself. Never think that your worth is measured by these useless grades. Discover your strengths and passions and entirely focus on them, because that's what will make you successful in life. And now it's your turn. What do you think? How was your experience in school? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video, and if you don't want to miss the next video, then hit the subscribe button and the bell besides it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.